as a white person in a prison cell. Most of the time, I'll be honest with you, it was it's not a 5-star hotel, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. But there was incidents with other people. There was an incident with myself that actually made it so scary that you feel like crying. I was arrested with 27 other black men in a cell. The room must have been about 5 meters by 10 meters. Can you imagine having 27 people in the same room as you? There's no space to even walk. The people are laying on their sides next to each other. And the benches where you're supposed to be sitting are actually becoming beds. And I remember the officer coming into the cell, and he said to me, he asked the guys if we had blankets. And some of the guys put up their hand, I put up my hand. So he deliberately not counted my hand. So I went to him and I tried to ask him for a blanket. It became a racial issue. He said, because I was a white man, what do I think, that I have special treatment? And he actually refused to help me. So I slept without blankets. I had cigarettes on me, which was taken from one of the gang members. He was a 26. They literally came and took everything from the guys in the cell. Now you can imagine it's only 3 gang members that are 26. They're taking everything from everyone in that room unless you were a number. So if you're a number 26, you were safe. But if you're not, they will rob you. They'll take everything from you and there's nothing that you can do about it. And the next day I ended up going to court. That's when I got the 5 years and 9 months. So Friday, Saturday came, a dealer got arrested with me. This guy had 1,400 rand on him, and the guy that he exchanged his hands with, as they call it, came. He took 1,000 rand. The dealer kept 400 rand. The guy brought 3 bags of heroin, and I made friends with this guy because I could see all the people in the room were weak. So it only made sense to me to make friends with someone that is strong, someone that's a number. And this guy happened to be a 26 as well. He helped me. He shared the heroin with me. Now, me, another white guy, and his father. They arrested his father and him for empty a new crystal pipe that they bought, but it was empty. It was never used. They got arrested for this. Now this guy, if you have cigarettes in the prison, you are sorted, because cigarettes, airtime, and it's money, it's canteen money and foolish that works in the prison, in the number. So if you have airtime, you can get anything in the prison with airtime. You can get anything in the prison with cigarettes. Even if you're in the holding cells, if you have those things, you're sorted. So someone gave us a cigarette from the outside, which we got through the cage window, and I was smoking. So another 26 asked me for a cigarette. At the same time, this other white guy is asking me for a cigarette, for the same cigarette. But now, because he's white, he thinks that I'm white, I'm going to give it to him. But I said to him, no, I'm going to give it to that guy because he asked me first. So it became a racial issue. When he was trying to pull the racial card out, he was swearing the one of the 26s. He didn't know that there was another 15 26s. When this happened, About 15 of them got up and slapped this guy. They were beating him, slapping him, kicking him. And the more it's happening, the more he says he's going to open up the case. The more he's saying that, the officer that's supposed to take us to the court got upset. Told him to keep quiet, and he gave the officer back chat. The officer opened up the cell and started beating him with the 15 other 26ers. So, long story short, it didn't end up very well. The guy's father was with him at the time. The guy's father acted like he didn't know his own son. And I'm scared as hell. I have no family to contact. I don't know who to tell. I don't know who to ask for advice. I know I need money, but there's no one to send me money. I know airtime works there, but I have no one to help me. So I had to ask. I knew that if I knew something about the number, it will help me, because that's how I've been told. So I started asking people. So the guy started explaining that the 26ers work with canteen, cash and polish. Now, if you have canteen, which is Zol or cigarettes, anything can be exchanged for it. That's how the prison works. There's more drugs inside the prison than there is outside, actually. And there's more money being exchanged in prison than there is outside. Now, the way the drugs get in there is so many bad ways. Some of it comes in flora tubs, where they actually take the Zol out of those flora tubs. It's in the same shape as the butter tub, so you know it came with the officer, because that's the only way it can come in. The other way is by smuggling it in, which is up. They call it when they up it. That means when it goes up a private part of you. As long as a donkey pill, as long as a police bat. That's how much they pull out, how much they smuggle in. So there was a small guy that came in, it was about my height, and I remember him going to the bathroom. When he went to the bathroom, two guys followed him, and the wall is very low. Everyone can see you going to the toilet. So I could see they were taking something out of him, helping him to get this thing out. When he pulled it out, I'm not lying to you, it was maybe about 30 to 40 centimeters long, and that all had tawat in it. It was all drugs that was being smuggled into the prison. And those were all 26 gang members.